Grammy-winning duo. They're called Lewis York. That's Blessings on Blessings. Let me welcome the one and only Claude Kelly and Chuck Harmony. What a name. Hello.
Hey.
So good to finally do this with you, Karen.
Yeah.
I know. We follow each other on that Twitter thing. And I've been seeing you do some things, both of y'all. I thought Lewis York was a person, like one person. I thought you were, I was like, who's Claude? Okay. All right. So let's clear that up. First of all, congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That must be did y'all go? Y'all were there. Did you
No, I couldn't go. I tore my Achilles playing basketball the week
wait,
prior.
what?
This guy.
What, Chuck? That's Chuck. Wait a minute. So you were crossing over, or is like
You know what I'm
your
saying? I was doing my
happened?
LeBron impression. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be the GOAT. And I tore my Achilles right before we was about to go to London. And we were supposed to go to London, from London to the Grammys, but I couldn't make the Grammys things because I had the surgery on that Monday.
Yeah.
So we had to come back, and I'm sorry, bro.
No, it's actually all good. We've been nominated many times before for songwriting and production stuff, but this one was a little different. It was special because obviously we wrote and produced on Blessings on Blessings, executive produced on the album. But this was a Grammy win for us as artists, as Lewis York, which has been our latest venture. The last couple of years has been pushing this new chapter of our career forward. So to get honored for that, even more than the records you know us from before, is like the ultimate confirmation of the right direction.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's put people's minds in the Claude Kelly, Chuck Harmony duo space. Okay, give us some of these hits that people would know. Let's do Rihanna first, because she's, Rihanna. Come on through, Chuck. What you do?
On her Rated R album, I did the first single called Russian Roulette.
Hello.
I did Jasmine Sullivan's first single of her last album called Forever Don't Last.
Mm-hmm.
I did Bittersweet for Fantasia.
Absolutely.
I did Let Us See, Pieces of Me, I Blame You.
No, you didn't.
We've been working, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
okay, all right. Come on now, Claude. He just did a flex with his Achilles. He probably broke the other Achilles.
True.
Out here flexing.
Come on, man.
Now, some of those he mentioned we did together. I did Bittersweet with him. We did Pieces of Me and I Blame You for Let Us See together. I've done.
What you do with Mary?
No,
Mary
he
J?
worked with Mary.
I did.
What you do?
I did I Can Do Bad All By Myself for the Tyler Perry movie. And I did Growing Pains for my Growing Pains.
Right.
Okay. What about Bruno Mars? What you do? With Bruno?
I did Grenade for Bruno Mars. Circus,
come on through.
Spears, My Life Would Suck Without You, Kelly Clarkson. Beautiful Surprise for Tamia.
Come on. Wait,
genres.
Pause. So I always tell my students, there are many, many, many ways when you're talented to, exercise your talent. You don't always have to be in the front of the camera or in front of the mic. You don't, as a matter of fact, to me, it's more gratifying to watch the work that you do magnifying other voices in other places, because that makes you ubiquitous. You're everywhere, as opposed to just one person. You getting checks from 1,000 different places, which makes, it's so much more valuable. I've got to get y'all to think that. But to be now Grammy, award-winning artists together. First, tell us, who is Lewis and York? Who is Lewis York? Who's this person?
It's so simple. I'm from East St. Louis. He's from New York
City.
Lewis York.
Okay. So it's not like an explorer. It's not somebody that was going across. Okay.
It's not an explorer. It's a combination of our cultures, our upbringings, but also two cities that are so key to American music. You're talking about like Miles Davis and Tina Turner and Chuck
Nelly. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
That's
playing this stuff. And then, of course, New York is. We're talking about Harlem and jazz and hip hop and Biggie Smalls and lots of stuff that makes us who we are. Although we're a new thing together, all those influences are really in our everyday journey.
We try to incorporate it in all our music too.
Yeah.
All right. So talk about the coming together. First, I'm going to start with you, Claude, because again, I'm going to put my thumb on the scale because I'm from New Jersey, so you're closest geographically. How did you get into music? And like, what was your inspiration or your entry point into this? What instruments do you play?
Yeah. I would say that I didn't get into music. Music got into me. Like literally, that's all I've wanted to do since I could speak. I've been singing and hearing music, and I grew up in New York City, which, as you know, is a melting pot, truly, especially when it comes to the arts. So I grew up in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. So it was like, I went to an Episcopal church. My family is Jamaican. I was growing up when hip hop was, in its 80s, 90s, just glory, right? I was playing classical piano. So anywhere there was musical things in church and school, I was involved. And then I went to Berklee College of Music and studied music. And when I got out, I came back home to New York, which was beautiful because the music industry was at home for me. And I fell into writing kind of by accident. I just started writing because I felt like the songs, my friends needed songs and they couldn't afford them, or there was no one to give them to them. I was like, well, I'll write your song, I'll try. And that's how I realized I could write songs, and I fell in love with it. And that journey took me everywhere I've needed to go since then. I mean, the legend of me writing around New York got to record labels, and I started writing for big artists, some of the ones we mentioned. And A&R that we were working with, his name is Steve Ferreira. He's since passed on, but he had the bright idea of connecting Chuck and I to do Chrisette Michelle's second album, Epiphany, which Chuck did the whole thing. I did half of that album. Okay. And instantly we hit it off. And so literally the chemistry was there. The first song we did together was a song on her album called Fragile. And the next one we did was Blame It On Me. So we have not, I don't think we've ever written a bad song together because we're such sticklers for great music. And so the chapter I'm in right now, not the last, but the current chapter I'm in is this company we've built together. Louis York is our band, and Weirdo Workshop is the company, which is why we're now in Nashville, Tennessee. And we're just making up as we go along. I mean, we got Grammy, it's got some love, but we have bigger dreams to conquer them.
I see it. So Chuck, growing up in St. Louis,
yeah,
was it the Twin Arches and stuff? Like what was your music? What was your musical inspiration? Who?
Well, when I was really young, my father was an avid music listener. So he would listen to everything. I'm talking about from Mighty Clouds of Joy to Regina Bell to Anita Baker to the Pointer Sisters to Earth, Wind and Fire to Tony Terry. Like he was just, Keith Sweat was one of his favorite artists. And so it would just, my mom would put him, he was always doing something bad. So my mom would make him sleep downstairs in my room, and he would bring his boombox and he would just play music all night long. And I remember vividly that's how I fell in love with music, actually, just listening to Sade, Ordinary Love. I would listen to that over and over and over again.
Good taste.
When I got about 9 or 10, I started singing in church and writing songs for the church, and I fell in love with instrumentation after that. And so I started playing trombone and tuba and drums, and then I moved to piano and during my college years, and just kept progressing as an instrumentalist. I always wanted to write songs. That was my first love. And so getting into the music business and being able to do that was a dream come true for me.
I love collaborations because I think that's where magic happens. I feel like, yes, people can do it on their own, but when you bring talent together with talent, it's like it's unmatched. More of us need to do this. So I'm really happy. I remember seeing you guys on CNN's New Year's Eve with drunk Don Lemon before they passed the non-drunk edict, and Don Lemon's about to catch some smoke today, so I'm just gonna let y'all know Don Lemon's about to.
Wait, what did he do?
What did he say?
He's just first of all, he's ill-equipped to sit in a news setting because he's not qualified to sit in the news setting, and they keep putting a microphone in front of people who are ill-equipped to speak on the things that they speak on. So that number one, so it's around that, him saying something once again. But he should be like hosting a housewives show, like a reality, the reunion. I could see him doing maybe the next Basketball Wives or something. Like have him host that. That's more appropriate for his skill set, but that's neither here nor there. I saw y'all where you were like, what the hell is happening? Y'all were playing the music though. I was like, come on through, Louis Short.
So listen, they were down in Nashville because just let me say that Nashville is popping. All right. Like we
Yes.
moved about 7 years ago. And it's a quickly growing culture. It's not just country music at all anymore. It's a lot of us down here. So they were having the New Year's Eve celebration here in Nashville. So we do a lot of work with the city of the tourist board in the city of Nashville to promote, you know, Nashville as a diverse place, and the new National Museum of African American Music is down here. So we were down there just doing our thing, doing our thug thizzle. Like we were dressed for New Year's. It was cold, so you know it was wintertime. So we got there. We had no real idea that we were going to be a part of Drunk Don Lemon meme history, GIF history. But they be drinking. They really drink, and we were there, and we did a couple songs, right?
Yeah.
But the song that everyone keeps singing every year is us performing one of our singles called Good Drinks and Dumb Jokes, which is what that night is about. It's about being around friends and getting a little too lit and just having a good time, laughing as hard as you can. And when I tell you that he started singing along and acting up the key and acting up. So every single year around New Year's, we get a bunch of hits because all the blogs pick it up. Because especially this year, because everyone was mad that they didn't let him do it this year.
That's the only thing he's good for is to be drunk on New Year's. Like, what are y'all doing?
Bring back the alcohol. And
oh my goodness.
But it was a good time. He was actually very nice.